What's up, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering with the Traxxas XRT. I'm doing a lot of, I had big plans for this channel last fall. Life happened, I got busy. If you hear a little bit of fan noise in the background, it's because I have learned the hard way to, I learned the hard way from not putting my batteries in storage mode. So I'm currently putting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at a time in storage mode so I don't lose any more $100 batteries. That saga continues. I've been unable to revive them, but this is the Traxxas XRT. It's an absolutely monstrous remote control car, 8S speed, 60 miles an hour. It seems like every RC in the world these days is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it kind of, you know, it's cool and all because I have the room for them, but I'm reminded of a time in my life and a lot of people's lives where a lot of people don't have the room for them. This is the special edition of this particular model. It also comes in laser green and brilliant blue. And it's just a beast. You know, I had the sledge, which maybe I'm crazy to call it a truggy, but you know, I've always, that's kind of like old guy terminology. I don't know if people even call things truggies anymore, but I like that form factor a lot because you kind of get the rugged fun of the A-scale buggy along with a little bit different form factor. So let's take this monster out, unleash the beast. Looks like we got a wheelie. Oh my God, I thought I could pick it up with one hand and I was sorely mistaken. Sorely mistaken. And the wheels aren't on. That's not uncommon with these large scale RCs. Smaller box means less shipping. So we'll have to put the wheels on. Let's get the camera angled down a little bit more now. Now that the box is out of the way. So the special edition of this, as you can see, comes in black on black on black with these monstrous tires. This is a beautiful looking truck. A lot of aluminum on it. Of course, a lot of Traxxas plastic, which always opens the market to secondary. But they've really come a long way in terms of, you know, durability. I'm wondering here where the body removal, there. I've always said, like, these clasps on the body, this undercarriage, and then these clasps, probably some of Traxxas's best engineering. And I don't know for a fact if they invented it, but you know, maybe somebody else was doing it beforehand. But this is the monstrous VXL 8S ESC that you probably see in the X-Max. A gigantic, you know, dual-cooled, giant brushless motor, waterproof receiver, and these nice recessed batteries to keep a really low center of gravity in the for two 4S batteries. You know, you can't run a single 8S battery. I assume they probably exist, but you know, for weight distribution and stuff like that, you'd want the two 4Ss. Now I'm gonna show you the sledge in comparison, because to me, and again, I know people in the comments will rage and say like, you stupid idiot, it's not the same thing. So with the Valenian 1200 kV XL, can 60 miles an hour when you change the pinion and spur gear from a 20 and a 50 to a 23 and a 46. But you know, ultimately that's up to you. Your mileage may vary. Here is the sledge, which I really like. Just for size comparison, there's the sledge. Let's zoom out a little bit. There's the sledge, which is, I think, a great form factor. Get the wheelie bar built in. I really like this truck a lot. This has a VXL 6S ESC, but it's obviously a lot less truck. But With the sled, you have an aluminum chassis. In this beast, you have plastic. Huge, beefy drive shaft. Let me put the wheels on. So I think you got to see it with wheels, right? You got to see it at least like kind of with the wheels to know just how big this thing really is. That's what she said. Okay, so here's this. Instructions in multiple languages, that's always great. So here are the tires. Probably fast forward through this. All right, so it's an X-Max with a low center of gravity. The X-Max obviously is also a very big, beefy truck. And it's got about the same footprint. This is more of a monster truck for jumping. Obviously you can jump the XRT as well, but this is, they say, more race inspired. I mean, what track are you running this on? It's not like you're some kind of crazed lunatic who's building one in his backyard. This thing I probably wouldn't even allow on the track just because it would tear it up. Maybe I would build or just kind of mow down a different area and use my plastic jumps and stuff like that for this. This thing is not gonna really care too much about what's going on, you know, with the surface and in the ground beneath it. It's very heavy duty. I mean, what is there to say? There's a lot of, you know, travel. There's a lot of travel in the suspension. It's a $1,000 RC. And on this channel, I try to keep that kind of stuff in mind when I'm reviewing stuff. I mean, yeah, it's a $1,000 RC. What are you gonna do? You know, it's like, what's not to like about it? You're gonna stick, you know, $400 in batteries into a $1,000 RC. So you're in for 1,400 bucks. You better have a lot of fun. And I think the Traxxas XRT, the X-Max are kind of the pinnacle of large scale bashers out there. And I hear you guys in the comments. I'm going to be bringing in, once I get all caught up, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 different ones. I've got to 6 different batteries. Sorry, that's my charger. Don't look around, it's mine. 6 more to unbox. And then now I need to get all the running videos done when the track gets done in 2 weeks and do final reviews. And then I'm gonna bring in some, you know, you guys, let me know in the comment section down below. Like, I'll bring in some Team Corelli or, you know, whatever the new hot brand is that everyone is always like, Traxxas sucks, get this other thing instead. I will absolutely bring that into the shop. I just expanded. I've got 4 more shelves so I can put spare parts and extra room. And you know, I'm committed to do 2 to 3 videos per week on the RC channel because I have a hard time relaxing. Many of you know that I have a news channel, which takes up just about all my time. So at least I can force myself to make RC videos and talk about things that I like. And to be honest, I'm kind of more of a collector of RC cars and I like filming them. I like running videos. Like when I have to do running videos, I'm gonna have to like teach my wife how to drive because I prefer to film them. Then I like driving them too, but I like to film them for running videos. So I'll have to have my friend Dwight come over and we'll just take them all out one by one. We'll get a bunch of running footage and then I'll break it down and we'll review things. And I do things in 3 parts. So the unboxing, initial review, what's not to like? It's a monstrous $1,000 RC car, okay? Are there weak points? Well, we'll find out. Then I'll do a running video. So, you know, see the thing run, see how capable it is. And then I'll do kind of a final review on it. And there's nothing to dislike about this rig. I mean, it's awesome. Like, just like the X-Max. Could I cherry pick a few things? Yeah, sure. The biggest drawback is, do you have room to even enjoy something this big? I remember back when HPI came out with like the E-Revo and it's like, you go to a skate park and people will be like, get out of here. And then, you know, other than that, you've got to have a park, you got to have a big space for something like this. So that's always kind of the drawback with these larger scale RCs. But other than that, they're awesome. I mean, look, who doesn't love doing 60-foot jumps, you know? But you got to have the room. So we'll see how this thing holds up. I'm looking forward to running it in the next week or two. And you'll see reviews and running videos trickling out as soon as the track gets in. I may do like the X-Max and the XRT without the track before the track's even in, and just use my plastic ramps and stuff like that, because these things would just tear the hell out of the track anyway. So actually, you could probably expect some running videos later this week if I can get my friend over. I've got this, I've got the Baja, I've got 2 different Baja trucks, and the Cretan 8S. All these are trucks that probably are too big for the track. And so, yeah, I'll work on some running videos this week too. So I really hope you guys are enjoying my journey back into remote control cars. And as always, leave your comments in the comment section down below. I try to read them, answer them, and I hope you'll enjoy. So if you have a huge budget and you want a huge truck, nothing wrong with the XRT, at least so far.